Hey, what's up? It's been a while. I wanted to do a little bit of match commentary for a Guildhouse Weekly that happened last week. Yeah, I haven't really done one of these in a while, but I just wanted to do one of these because I really think this week was pretty interesting because I fought against Asuka, who I think is probably like one of the most interesting fighting game characters I've ever seen, like ever, honestly. So I just wanted to do some little bit of analysis of what I understand of the character. So yeah, I'm playing against Glennon here. Normally he plays Giovanna, but you know, he's been on the Asuka the Asuka bug, you know. Really fun character, but definitely gotta be a character that takes a little bit of planning and practice to really reach his full potential. Another player here, a 2 GB combo, you'll see later. Also really strong with Asuka right now. But yeah, the big thing is, at least full screen right now, I'm really focused on just what cubes he has. If he has triple cubes, I can break the triple cubes with 5k, and the single cubes I can 5p. But yeah, that seems to be like the main, like the main full screen threat, essentially. Outside of him recharging resources through mana, which he could do by either sacrificing his health or meter. But yeah, you gotta make sure your mana is up and full. It's the little purple bar at the bottom right. If it goes under, you actually just lose the blue outline on your health bar, which is basically the only thing keeping you from not exploding, because he has basically the I think the most health in the game when he has the blue, or he has the best like defense modifier or whatever. So yeah, it's very important not to go into burnout, essentially, right? When I'm playing Street Fighter 6. But yeah, he's in burnout right now. But he has some pretty good cards. He has this earthquake card, which is pretty interesting. It's a low, but you can do his spells in the air. Any spell you can do in the air as well. And his earthquake card is actually pretty good anti-air. But it's not a low in the air, thank God. That's not good design. If I would say it's a mid in the air. Yeah, this super is really good. You're gonna be seeing a decent amount. It's not invul, but it's just very fast. I believe it's 7 frames, which is super fast. And then you get some plus frames to, you know, get some mana, cards, blah blah blah. But yeah. Okay, so that staff, I think this is the staff that I think it's like the gravity. Oh no, this is the one that makes the cubes go faster, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, when you have that staff on, it honestly feels pretty unreactable depending on the range you're at to punch the cubes with a 5p like mine, like a 5-frame attack. I missed the overhead there. So yeah, usually when that staff gets out, I'm just like, man, I'm blocking the cubes. I don't know what to say. And I think it also creates guard breaks too, which is pretty crazy on the cubes. Yeah, he's got a burst here. In burnout though, I'm a little surprised. So I don't think Glennon really uses the mulligan super, is what I'm gonna call it. It basically lets you just go through your deck and just, if you hit any of the 4 buttons, you'll what a drop. You'll basically swap to any card, or you'll just shuffle through your deck essentially and see what card see if you can get a better card. Yeah, also from what I understand, it seems that deck 1 is kind of it seems pretty intended in terms of design. Deck 1 is kind of the more versatile neutral deck, so that you can use that to, you know, win neutral, get some hits, build some meter, and then once you get into more of a winning position, you can switch to either deck 2 or 3 to kind of cement your winning situation. Yeah, okay, so the explosion is also something I should talk about. That spell is crazy. It's super big, pretty fast, and it guard breaks you. So it's definitely the spell when you're close to him you have to really think about, right? So when he has those explosion spells, you don't really need to think about them full screen. So I'm usually pretty chill if he only has a bunch of those orange red explosion cards. Oh, I didn't hit confirm there. I thought it was going to counter hit. Bad by me, but he's pretty low on mana here, so he's probably going to super, and I don't know what he's going to sacrifice. Okay, so he sacrifices his meter, and actually something that's interesting about the meter or sorry, the mana regen is it is actually distance based. So depending on how far you are, it costs more actually to get your mana back. So if you're, I'll give an example. So if you're full screen and you do the health regen, or sorry, the health sacrifice for mana, it takes about 25% health to get full mana. But if you're really close up, it only takes about 10% health to get to full mana. So it's a really big difference. Really big difference. Yeah, at the match starts as well, I'm always really looking hard for what spells he has. For some reason, it doesn't show the spells early. Well, I think I think it kind of makes sense. The game's like loading in the assets or something, right? But between rounds, you get to see the cards early. But when the first round starts, the match start, you can't see the spells until it says like "Let's rock," essentially, which is pretty annoying. I'm not a big fan of it. Get the trumpet, go for the fuzzy. Yes, I do. I was gonna wall stick him into the scalpel. But yeah, so yeah, he has. I still don't fully understand the staff. So there's a staff with 3 arrows and 2 arrows, and I know there's a staff that I think changes the gravity, makes his jump shorter, so he can like instant overhead you, which is pretty crazy. And makes the spells I think suck into it. Man, this matchup is insane. Like, if you can see both our reactions, we're like, what is happening, man? I'm throwing items, I'm throwing bombs and meteors, and you're throwing cubes and staffs. It's just an insane matchup, but it is definitely something I'm really excited to play more. It's a really fun matchup. I think it's really interesting, and definitely, I don't know. I haven't really had this much fun fighting against a character, I guess. It's pretty rare to say. Usually most Guilty Gear characters they're pretty insanely designed because, that's just the nature of Guilty Gear. And then as a result, you're like, wow, this character is stupid to fight against, but to play as, they're really fun, right? But this is a character that seems to be fun to play against and fun to fight against, at least for now. But who knows? Maybe once it gets more developed, I'll probably not like him as much. But yeah, anyway, this match I'm playing, yeah, I think there was a button error. This is against Kermit. I haven't played Kermit before. From what he told me, he moved to NorCal pretty recently. But pretty strong Baiken player. Definitely beat some good players earlier in the bracket. Yeah, I think I just yeah, he told me, yeah, he had to open up his stick, I think, or hitbox or whatever. But it's a local, it's no big deal. I see, this happens to me at a major. I'm like, man, that's a game. I'm taking the game, baby. And I say that as it literally happened to me at Frosty's, and then I literally asked the judge instead of just taking the game, and they said, "Yeah, just replay it." I'm like, all right, that's a story for another time. But yeah, I just said let's just play it out. It doesn't matter. Take the first round. This matchup, a lot of ducking. Kabari, you can crawl under it. She is like, this matchup is definitely better than. Sorry, I used to think this was pretty heavily Fausted advantage. No, I think it's just slight Faust advantage. I do really think when she gets to the 50-meter mark, it really changes the dynamic of the neutral. She has just more things to represent, more reward, and just becomes a lot scarier in general. But at the beginning of, like, I'd say in the beginning, essentially, up until that point, it's very heavily Faust neutral advantage. Very heavily Faust neutral advantage. But yeah, okay, that was kind of a funny. Yeah, he was negative, and then he went for the counter there, and I went for the bait. I'm dropping a lot of stuff, a little rusty, I haven't played in a bit. But yeah, Faust has some of the best anti-airs, and Baiken has some of the best jump-ins, so just 1 + 1 = 2. It's a good look for Faust. You can anti-air her really well. Oh man, those are not good items. Not donut into trumpet, so he gets like a free instant air dash, but that's how it goes. Oh man, that Kabari was so meaty. I was so surprised. I was surprised he went for a Kabari there, because I was like, oh, there's no way. You probably want to go for something safer because the trumpet's messing up your combo. But it kind of just worked out. You got trumpet again. It's not it's just how it goes, man. Oh man, I didn't get the punish on the backdash there, but I can still run this back. Alright, now that my bad RNG's out of the way, I can get the good RNG and get mini Faust. Get the anti-air, get hammer. Okay, I'm really afraid of counter. I think he does counter there. Bomb should explode it. Bam. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I command grabbed him out of the counter there. But yeah, so the Kabari, I think, is, while it is something you can duck, it is still an important tool to represent. You can't. I think a misconception a lot of Baiken players have is like, I just can never ever Kabari, which is not true. You need to Kabari. You just have to understand that there is the risk of you getting crawl 2H item punished. It's still really good for poking, you know, it'll hit my far slashes. If I'm jump 2K'ing from kind of far, like it's still a disjointed normal, or sorry, a special. So it's good, but you know, a little bit of risk. I think that's one thing a lot of people have trouble with when fighting Faust. Just because you can crawl something doesn't mean the move is completely unusable. Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't believe in it. Did not believe in the air dash there because I had to enter him so many times. Yeah, I got the trumpet again. All the lows. Might item super soon. We'll see. Probably not. Okay, but I got mini Faust. Oh my god, I almost just died from that outright. Ooh, bad trumpet. But I make sure to spend resources to make sure that I can secure the trumpet. I was like, damn. I know I'm thinking, wow, that was a lot of pretty bad items that one round, but you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, he's playing a lot farther this time, which you know, will help me get items out, but I think he's still trying to represent Kabari, which is good. He's not completely never using the tool. I'm not sure about the burst. I think it was a little too late, I'd say. I think the round is kind of in my favor, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, I have the trumpet in the back, so I can just grab it anytime I want. And then I decide to. Oh, I remember. I tried to air throw him. I'm like, oh, let me show you how we anti-air around here, and I just get clocked in the face with jump S. I'm like, I'm just a dummy. Do I try to grab trumpet here? Yeah, I do. Yeah. So the thing with that is, while it is quite sneaky, and I'm happy that I'm good at scouting situations like that. But you know, if the other player knows that I'm looking to grab trumpet with the scarecrow, the call out for it is to run up and throw me. If I have no meter to PRC my scarecrow. But you know, it's still a gamble. Like you have to be really looking for it, and if you're looking for it that hard, basically I can, you know, run up and do some other stuff. Damn, finally get countered. Did everything in my power not to get countered, but it was inevitable. But meteors bail me out along with mini Faust. No repercussions. Love playing Faust. Ooh, yeah, he's getting hit by the really late hits of 2K. Usually I'm pretty good about confirming. Okay, that was good. So that setup is super fake. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop testing Baiken players. Mid screen, if you do meaty bomb bag after the afro, you can just jump out of it or backdash. But you know, sometimes it catches people. It'll catch them mashing. I try to air throw him. I'm too much Street Fighter, I swear. Oh my god, what am I doing? How rusty am I? God damn. I hit the bomb way too late. But yeah, able to close out the game there. It was good matches against Kermit. He's definitely a strong Baiken player. He made a lot of big upsets, I'd say, in the bracket. But now we got winners finals versus Broan. Broan, monster lately. He actually reset it on me a few weeks ago. He's been playing some of the best I've ever seen him play. So I was sweating. When I went into this match, I was like, it's time to assume the gamer's stance. And I still think Anji is a hard matchup for Faust. Like I think it's I don't know, it's not a take. It's just who has strong opinions about Faust versus Anji? No one plays these goddamn characters. But I've been saying for since season 2 that I actually think it's pretty hard for Faust. His conversions got so much better. and they keep buffing his conversions in general. And the main issue has always been, you know, I'm a character that's trying to keep you out, and this is a dude that has a ton of health, that does a ton of damage, and has a bunch of ways to represent punishing my item throws or running up and mixing up with spin and approaches and stuff like that. Ooh, really bad burst. Ooh, oh, nice. Okay, I'm happy I did the right combo. I had to do exactly that combo. I'm pretty sure nothing else would have killed. The wall damage was at maximum, so I had to wait for him to land, get a grounded punish, and then get the full scalpel hit there. Pretty proud of myself for optimizing. But yeah, it's just like Fujin and spin, man. You're just always keeping him out forever and ever, and you have ways to keep him out, but the problem is you're just tickling this giant spinning fan man to death, and it's just so stressful. When I'm fighting Anji, I am so trying. I'm like super try hard mode. I just cannot let go on the gas for even a little bit. Even now, I'm like, damn, I could still lose. I could still lose. He has 50 meter. Like, he could just spin Fujin, but I'm able to get the jump 2K there. Yeah, another thing too is if I jump 2K and he does spin, it's almost always a punish. It doesn't really matter the height that I jump 2K. Even if I do a really low one, he actually gets a punish most of the time. Which sucks. Ooh, I get the trumpet again. Okay. Okay, Vinny. Not bad. Oh, you got Fujin in the face. Now you lose. But yeah, like I said, Brone was able to reset the bracket on me a couple weeks ago. I had to go to... It was like game like 8 or something, and oh my god, no way. Okay, I think that's something he labbed. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, he's too sick. Brone is that guy for sure. Dude, he used the backside of 5H to hit my... Oh my god, that was too sick. Oh, okay. Whew. Able to clutch that game out. I was freaking out. The second he hit me with the backside 5H on the scarecrow, I'm like, there's no way. He's actually him. He's actually him. No way. But able to get that game. I think he thought the hammer bounce was a little too far from him, so he was okay. But nah, he should have respected the hammer bounce. That's just what's so good about it in strike throw setups. Oh my god, I got hit with, okay, so I got hit with that. I'm like, it's over. I'm not gonna burst. I did not do enough damage to him. I don't think I can win this round. I got hit by air hit, counter hit close slash to the corner. So at this point, I'm like, I'll do whatever. If I can hit him, cool. If I can't, whatever, go next. See, like, this does so much damage, man, and this dude just runs at you. Oh, it's so annoying, and he has so much health. Oh man, I'm right. This matchup is bad. Faust loses to Anji. I'm right. Okay. I use Bomb Bag a lot actually in this matchup too. So Bomb Bag and 2P are really good options versus him because even if he spins, you can ooh, nice. Okay, so that's actually something meta I've been doing versus Brone in particular. Ooh, big drop. That actually was a really big drop. So I've been frame trapping into 2H as opposed to 5H as I normally do, but because Anji's 2D has really good low profile, I've tried really hard in training mode to frame trap Anji 2D after I do 2S. It feels impossible, honestly. So I feel like I've been doing 2H just to hit it. I mashed back throw because I suck. Okay, I got trumpet, but I got meteors, which literally counteracted the trumpet. When I do an item throw and it's during the opponent walking back to grab my trumpet, oh, I got so lucky. He should arrow through me for sure. I got so lucky. But yeah, when I throw an item and they're grabbing my trumpet, I'm basically praying for mini Faust or meteors, or maybe even ton weight sometimes, which kind of helps. But basically, depending on the item I get, it can counteract the unlucky trumpet pull. Nice, good throw by him. Was not expecting it at that timing. He really delayed that one. Finally, represent super. I don't really represent raw super too often. I'm mostly super piercing, but versus the Fujin follow-ups, it's not such a bad idea because I knew he would kind of commit to them because he had the meter for it to PRC on block. Nice, yeah. Is looking rough for me. Okay, react to the overhead and tech the throw. Nice, get the whiff punish. Oh, that was really unfortunate. So the 2H hit on the bomb, which really messed with the frame data. I basically got confused. Okay, now he's spinning at me. He's running. He's running. He's running. I'm fighting. Please don't hurt me. Vineeth gets 50 meter. Gets 49. Oh my god. I for sure thought I was gonna get 50 meter with that tornado. But that whole ending sequence where I'm just backing up, I'm like, damn it, man. I thought I was gonna hit 50. But that whole ending sequence, that's just the scariest part about fighting Anji. He has the 50 meter, he can represent all these really good approaches. And I just had to gamble. So yeah, right there, right? So I 2P. And I'll actually be 0. So you're not quite plus or anything. Wow, that twist, dude, this dude's been in the lab, man. He's hitting my scarecrows from behind. So he actually could have got a 2P punish on that jump 2K, but I think he was a little bit greedy. But yeah, so if I activate the spin with the 2P, I don't get punished. I basically create this like zero frame advantage situation where we're both kind of even. Yep, this character is immortal, so I call out the spin super hard with run up throw. I had the bomb, so I had some protection, kinda, but not really. Yeah, a lot of 2P, that's just what it's gonna be. Nice, that was a really good choice by him. He kind of did a delayed jumping P. That's actually something people are getting really good at versus Tunwei, is timing these delay on their normals while they. Okay, yeah. So there, I actually didn't want a tornado into the corner, because if he bursted, the burst would just put me in the corner, because just Faust mix being janky. So I purposely don't go for a rep. Nice. Yeah, he's been doing that too now. Depending on where I do bomb bag from, he's actually getting under me, even without spending any meter. Yeah, I think he tried a gold burst, but able to close it versus Brone. I was terrified. Okay, so this is losers finals, and I wanted to highlight something from it. Something we refer to as Exodia. So he gets the gold burst pretty quickly, and he switches to deck 3 and looks for the 2 pieces of Exodia, which is mana regen and auto import, which he got instantly. So he currently has just infinite cards and essentially infinite mana. So I just wanted to show a round of what can happen if you let Asuka get all the pieces of Exodia. As you can see, it's absolute chaos. There's literally basically nothing he can do, and that's kind of like what he's 2GB usually aiming for when he's winning by a fair amount or has the resources to do so. Because if you have the meter to go for the mulligan super, you can search through your deck. I think he said it was something like 80% chance of pulling at least one card of the pieces of Exodia. But yeah, I watched that. I remember before Grand Final started, and I was shook. Oh man, I got hit by the overhead card. I wasn't looking. So one thing I've realized is once you're having offense run on you by Asuka, if you're looking too hard at the cards, it's really hard to make good decisions on defense for strike throw. So yeah, he got me there, but I was paying too much attention to other stuff. But yeah, so he's pretty low on mana here, so I'm doing pretty well. And Faust has pretty good full screen options of just representing Scalpel. Yeah, I get the cross-up tornado, and I make the burst swift too, so the burst regen is at 0, so it won't come back for a long time. But yeah, he has like a lot of good options for just stopping draws and mana recharges and whatnot. But he knows that, so what ends up happening is he'll like block scalpels and try to use those negative frames to just get a little bit more mana. Nice. Yeah, I get the Afro on him. I luckily had meter because he started doing the multi-cube, so I was like, I don't know if I can detonate this Afro. Alright, so I know he has the overhead card. He has the DP card. 2GB says the DP card he thinks is kind of the worst. So he's usually always trying to toss it off and get something else. It's a pretty slow DP, so I kind of understand. Ooh, okay, that was pretty sick by me. The teleport is something you have to really pay attention for because it goes in a ton of different spots and it's so fast. It is like instantaneous teleport. Oh man, so I get the multi-cube. I try to 5k it and jump cancel on the cube, but I do it too early, I think? I don't know. Yeah, I react to the teleport. And you can cancel the teleport into more spells. So just canceling into more spells is is a mix-up. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so we got this. Yeah, so he has fuzzies off this too. I don't know, man. This dude's 2 GB is definitely a Shadow Wizard. I was shook the entire time. He has the mana regen card. But he doesn't have any more cards in this deck, I think, so he'll mulligan super, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and then he gets the cards again. But yeah, so he got to 0 there. Yeah, now I'm just screwed. I'm actually pretty surprised I burst there. But he had pretty low health, so I was like, you know, I could probably win this because he can't do health regen or health. He can't spend his health to get more mana because he has no health left, right? So I was like, yeah, this is alright. I'm just saying, like, dude, what is happening? What is happening? Just losing my mind. Oh man, this character honestly is really fun to fight. Like, I actually think it's very mentally stimulating, I'd say. But yeah, it's gonna take a long time to really get good at fighting him, I think. Yeah, dude, that jump explosion is so good, man. If you depending on the anti-air that you do, it'll just anti-air you essentially. And he also already has that really good jump in with his jump D, I think. It's the one that hits really low. Oh my god, this super is insane. So another thing with Asuka, right, is like he's a pretty complicated character, but I feel like if you make a complicated character with just no things that are scrubby, the character's probably bad, right? So easily the scrubbiest thing about Asuka has to be that super. It's like 7 frames, so fast. If you do match start BRC at him, it loses. Like it loses. It's so fast. But he needs it, I think. It's really good to get plus frames. Yeah, I get the counter jump ticket here. Out of mana, so he's dead. Yeah, he didn't really manage mana that well that game. I think he tried to go in a little bit more. Alright, he's got the okay, this where he puts the staff down, this staff is really scary. It starts making the cubes go really fast and card breaking you. So yeah, I had to be careful there. Luckily I was able to anti-air that. It was pretty hard. Nice. Got a donut and throwing food, so that's not what I want. And okay, I just threw all the worst items in a row, so I'm feeling kind of sad. But he didn't capitalize too hard on it. Nice. Yeah, I get the combo off the tap dust there. Yeah, but his mana is pretty low. I don't know what he's maybe thinking about what to spend. Okay, but he gets the mana regen cards, so whenever you see the green bar on the mana, that means he's used the mana regen, so he's getting it back pretty fast. Yeah, so he has those 4 cards, or where there's like electricity coming at you that guard breaks you, and then it levels up like every time, I think, like based on how many times you landed, I think, or damage or something. I don't even remember, man. But I know it does more damage over time. It goes up to level 5. This character's sweet mechanics, man. Alright, it's good. Stayed outside the Afro. Just kidding. He gave himself the Afro. Very dumb of him. People can't resist the Afro, man. I don't get it. Oh, he tried to go and air throw me. There's weird staff in the background trying not to get distracted. I dropped the combo, but I have mini fouls, so it's okay. Ooh. Yeah, I get the BRC overhead. Oh, man. Yeah, I even just confirm into the 5P, so I'm just like, damn, please get hit by this. I think he was just talking about like how he could maybe have used spells a little bit better that round. I forget exactly, but or maybe he made some misinput. His character's really hard, to be fair. So I misinputting with them. Yeah, totally understandable. That was so sick by him. Did you guys see that? That was insane. He got all these cards back, pressured me in the corner while keeping track of Bomb's timer and pressuring me, and still dash forward. Like that was just masterful play. Like, oh my god. Only in a matchup like this where you can make those kind of decisions. It's crazy. Wasn't looking at his cards and I got hit by the overhead. Usually the most times I get hit by the overhead is when I'm not looking at the cards. But that's kind of the point. Like the Asuka player knows. They can kind of tell like, oh, you're not looking, are you? You know? Ah, man, yeah. The triple cube, you can't 5P it there. You gotta I gotta do 5k jump cancel. That seems to be the best thing versus the triple cube. Okay, he has teleport, so I'm looking for teleport. But he has the... What is happening, bro? That cube is just chilling there. What is happening? Okay, I don't think he wanted this this staff formation because I just threw in a bunch of items while his cubes were just behind him. So yeah, I'm just throwing shit, and he's throwing shit. Okay, that was so sick of me actually. I actually canceled on the cube into 2H, and then I anti-aired the cube after. Okay, he's got a teleport. I actually did that 2k to hit teleport, but he did the far teleport? I don't know, man. There's just too many places you can teleport. Okay, so he has the chaotic option. I don't really see him use the chaotic option card. Usually he doesn't use it, but I think it picks like one of 5 spells randomly from deck 1, I think. Okay, he's got 2 teleports. I can't even pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm just so focused on the cards. Ah, man, I'm a scrub. Okay, I get the YRC. I have 1 shot. Okay, I hit him for probably jumping. He won't use the... Oh, but you know, yeah, he doesn't have much mana, to be fair. And he's right about to get to 50. Probably going to mulligan super instantly. But he has no mana, so he can't use any of the cards. And he just dies. Whew, man. Okay. He's got the Earthquake. So... Usually he uses the Earthquake in the air, funny enough. But it is definitely pretty good to use. Oh, if you have the Earthquake and the Overhead, that's when it's the best. Because both are hard to react to. You can't really look for both, I think, that well. That's where the mix-up's the most potent. Okay, yeah, that was good. Pretty obvious by me, but he doesn't get the Command Grab punished. But he has no mana now, and he's in Burnout, so if I hit him, he's gonna die. Ow, 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 ow. I did so much. Holy crap. Oh wait, we get to see Asuka's funny face. Oh man, I hit him with the low there. But yeah, it was looking pretty over. Dude, I remember this. That punished me. Did you guys see that shit? That super is 7 frames. It punished me. What is that? Oh, I try to fuzzy him there. I try to do jump K. Yeah, I get the game. Whew, good games to 2 GB combo. Oh man, this was last week, so I've already seen him improve like a ton since last time with this Asuka, and man, he's I'm gonna say he's the best Asuka player right now, easily. And this is old footage, like he's way better now. Oh my god. But yeah, I was able to win the tournament. Yay me. And yeah, I think Asuka is shaping up to be pretty cool character. I think one thing that's kind of interesting about Asuka's timing for when he released came out at the same time as Street Fighter 6's release. So I actually think that instantly inhibited Asuka's growth, which is like kind of shitty because he's such a complicated character. But you know, that's just how it goes, man. But yeah, I think that's like a kind of snippet into what the potential of what Asuka can do, and I'm sure there'll be even more cool stuff from that character in the future. So yeah, anyway, that's enough rambling. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.